Welcome, everyone. Today is a cardio day. So, I've been doing actually quite a bit of strength based stuff over the past few days. Yesterday was a day for me to get in the pool and work out with the foam weights, and then like had a couple of classes where we used weights. So, I got up today, kind of felt just like some light movement. So, I decided that for this workout, no equipment needed. Just, kick off your shoes or put your sneakers on or whatever you feel like. And we're just going to go for some nice, light, simple movement today. I was going to say like easy movement, but it's actually a little brisk out here today. The temperature is not too bad, but it kind of has that like damp, cool feeling of fall in the air. So if I'm moving a little quickly, it's just so I can stay warm out here. So you don't have to move that fast. And we're going to do all 1 minute intervals today. Maybe come out wide here and do a little reach across. And I'm just going to kind of make this up as we go along today. Just kind of ask my body what's going to feel good, and that's what we're going to do. And this is kind of a benign dictatorship on this channel because I do it for free. So today we're going to do what I want to do. 20 seconds to go here, and we're going to go right into our first interval. And if I haven't mentioned it yet, remember to get a water bottle nearby as well. Bring that nice and close and stay hydrated whenever you feel like you need it. All right, and we are going to go back to that step touch right here. It's going to be our first interval, and maybe we're going to pick up the pace of that, make the arms a little bit bigger this time, and press. Oh, just 30 more seconds. No cat yet, but I can kind of see them sneaking around the yard, so they might still show up. Just 10 seconds to go here. And then we're going to take this to a kick to the front. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And kick. Okay, and I'm going to kind of go right into a nice hefty little pace here. Okay, and push, push, push. Okay, we're going to finish off the minute kicking straight ahead. And then the next minute, we're going to kick across. When you do a lot of strength training, you can kind of feel it, that like achy feeling in your muscles the next day or two. So sometimes moving the body very lightly in the same way you were stressing it can actually help relieve the soreness and the stiffness. So that's kind of what I'm going for today. And kick across. And I'm going to take a little push out in the opposite direction. Okay, so it's a counterbalance, but it's also kind of moving the shoulder in a different direction. And just have that feeling everywhere today. Like shoulders are sore and hips are sore and hip flexors are sore. But the movement actually feels good. So when people have arthritis, tell them the same thing. That actually light, gentle movement is one of the best things for feeling better. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and we're going to take this into a little knee up. And I'm going to take a bicep curl, maybe even taking that up enough to tap my shoulder. And I don't really want to stay with these knee lifts for too long. We might do like another round of them later, but I don't want to do them consecutively just because the hip flexors for me are already sore, maybe not for you. So we're going to switch this over to the backside and do some narrow hamstring curls. And I'm going to take that with an opposite reach forward. One more on each side, and then curl and press up. And we're going to go from narrow hamstring curls to wide hamstring curls next. And then after that, we'll take a round, think, and just come back to the step touch for a minute. So remember, this today isn't about like super intensity. So I can still, talk full sentences here without gasping for breath. So it is still kind of light movement. One more on each side, and wide hamstring curls. So I kind of feel like today, um, even more than about being about my heart, it's kind of about body wide, nice, gentle blood flow to just kind of like ease soreness, ease tension. So if you're a person who has arthritis, maybe you're following along with this, maybe not going quite as fast, maybe not going quite as big with the movements, but making them smaller and gentler would definitely help. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and back to the step touch. Okay, and again, because I'm going for light movement, I'm not sinking down deep. I'm kind of just making this light and airy. Okay, next minute, we're going to go into a pendulum swing. And the same idea, just like big flowy movements, 30 seconds to go. It's probably a workout that would also feel good. Like if you've been sitting in the car, like for a long car ride, you know how you just need to like get out and move the muscles? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, now swing. Okay, and again, these big reaches. We're going to stay with this side to side swing for another round after this. For the next round, we're going to change up the arms a little bit. So for this one, just take that side to side reach, which feels so good across the shoulders. Okay, this arm that swings across the body in the front creates a little pull in the rear shoulder blade. And that's where a lot of us get tension. It's a source of a lot of headaches. So anytime we can kind of like stretch that out is a good thing. Less than 10 seconds left here. 3, 2, 1. Now we're going to change up the arms and reach, 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 and stretch, stretch. So you're kind of creating this length across a diagonal in your body from the tips of your fingers to the tips of your toes. 30 seconds left. And 10 seconds to go. Okay, and then we're going to come into something a little bit lighter for the shoulders. Okay, just take a little power walk here. Pump the arms. Okay, let the arms swing back and forth. Okay, and walk at a good clip. If you want to jog it, you can. But like I said, that's just not where my headspace is today. So I'm going to take the power walk. Okay, and the next round, with movement in for those inner thighs. We're going to take a reach across, lifting the heel upward. 20 seconds to go. Three, two, and one, and reach. These can be a little tricky as far as balance along with that outward rotation. So we tend to not go quite as fast with these as we do with something that's not quite so balance challenging. But hey, if you can do them faster and hold your balance, go for it. Okay, we're going to keep this up for another 15 seconds. And then we're going to just go for some nice light heels in front. One more on each side. And dig those heels. Add a little reach up. So again, this is a little movement and work, reaching and stretching those shoulders today. Okay, and in 30 seconds, we're going to change this from heels in front to taps out wide. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and tap to the side. So now we feel it kind of on the top of those shoulders. Little press up. Okay, so kind of fun. So we're going to do another round of these. We're going to make it double taps next time. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, two. Now double tap to the right, to the left. And maybe we'll change up the arms a little bit here. Kind of just hinging at the elbow and getting some little work going through the triceps. Okay, the good news is we are more than halfway through this workout now. 30 seconds to go. And then we're going to just kind of recover those arms again with a little power walk. Okay, 15 seconds left here. One more on each side. And power walk. Pump the arms, lift the feet. Okay, and like I said, if you want to go more intense and jog it here, you can. I'm actually going to march over, grab a little sip of water. Mhm. 30 seconds. And then we're going to do another round of knees up. And this time, you could just reach across and tap the knee. Or if you want to go a little more intensity, you can take both hands and scoop them underneath the thigh. Okay, 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And lift enough to scoop under. Like I said, if that's just not working for you today, then you could always just do smaller and do a little tap across. Okay, and the next round, we're going to do some arm and leg circles. Okay, so you're going to pick your level. You can do it just grazing the toes across the floor. Okay, and it's really good for hip mobility and flexibility, where we're going to come and circle around and circle around. Okay, and if you have the balance for it, you can do that with toes off the floor as well. And circle. So if the hips feel a little tight, this is a wonderful movement pattern to gain back some of that flexibility, relieve stiffness and soreness. I love doing these in the water. So when you do it in the water, you've got the range of motion. You also have a little bit of resistance from the water. So you get kind of strength and stretch in one. All right, we're going to go the opposite direction. So push back, pull forward, push back, pull forward. Okay, and of course, because we're doing the arm movement with it, we work the shoulder mobility and rotation along with it. Okay, switching from side to side slows us down a little bit because you really have to catch your balance. But that's okay, because remember, today is all about moving the body in ways that will make it feel good. Okay, 20 seconds to go here. And then we're going to take a minute of step touch. Okay, one more over here on the side. circle around, and then step touch side to side. Got those hip flexors a little bit more. Okay, guys, we have less than 10 minutes left here, so moving right through this. Time goes by so quickly. At least it does for me. I don't know if it goes by fast for you. Okay, and we are here for just over 30 seconds. Okay, we're going to come back to a little inner thigh work, kind of swinging the legs across side to side. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then swing across. So there's just like the slightest little bit of effort here using the inner thigh to lift up. So it's not pure momentum. We are still doing a little squeeze, squeeze, but nothing too intense. So when we are really going for strength, we could be using a resistance band, really pushing against that resistance. We could also be lifting higher, like, okay, which we're not doing today. Okay, we're keeping it nice and low. Mini squeeze, but not too much. Okay, and we're going to take these a couple more rounds and we're going to do some repeaters. So right here, so moderate pace, moderate strength. We have to at least be moving enough to make the blood flow through that muscle. And one more here. Let's switch sides for the last 30 seconds. Ten seconds to go. And then we are going to power walk it again. One more rep. And then march and pump those arms. All right, so we're coming up on the home stretch of our workout. So I think it might be good to do a little more to the backside before we finish. Okay, so we're going to start off just with some toe taps back behind us. Okay, and remember, kind of going for a little length and stretch back, but not too intense. So these aren't lunges, where you're really squeezing those muscles in the thigh. Okay, remember, moderate pace, moderate strength. 8, 7, 6, 5. I'm going to turn. 3, 2, and 1. And tap and reach. So you could be doing both arms here. But like I said, then you start to cross the line between are you making the shoulder feel better, or are you taxing the shoulder again with repetition after repetition after repetition? So if you're kind of like in a recovery mode, double arms here might be doing more harm than good. But if that's the mode you're in today, go for it. Who am I to judge? Just a few more seconds, and then we're going to go a little bigger. And this time, the opposite arm, instead of a reach forward, I'm taking a lift out wide. So little mini tiny squeezes at the top. Okay, there is engagement there, but it's not super intense. Again, like if I had a resistance band on or if I was like lifting weight up, squeezing the muscle, I want to keep this nice and light. Just a few more seconds. And then we're going to come back into a step touch. Okay, less than 5 minutes, everybody. And that includes our cool down and our stretch. Okay, just hold that here for 1 minute. Flock of geese. My goodness, they're loud. 30 seconds to go here. We're going to do one more working interval. And then we're going to start our cool down. Okay, so for that last interval, we're going to take a little knee kick in front. Part of that is I kind of just want to stretch out the back of my legs here. Knee, kick, knee, kick. So more than being about the cardio, I just want that little lengthen stretch, stretch, stretch. So obviously, you may be kicking a little bit lower, and that's okay. So we're not like thinking about comparing ourselves to anyone else. We're thinking about, is that where I feel this? So when you do that little kick out, you're creating length through the back of your leg. So just ask at whatever level you're doing, do you feel that length and stretch? One more on each side. Ooh, and then back to our step touch. And we're going to take it a little bit lighter this time. So if you're anything like me, you didn't really like get your heart rate up super, super high in this workout. Um, so we don't need like a really like ridiculously long cool down. Like we had to bring our heart rate from way up here down to a moderate level. So we're just kind of going to lighten the movements slowly, let the blood flow back out of those muscles. And I'm going to take just a mini reach up with this. And again, the whole point of this workout was to make our muscles feel better. Like the whole thing was like one big long moving stretch. So we don't really need to do a big stretch here either. Less than 1 minute here. And then swing those arms side to side. Okay, and this is super light and gentle. Deep breath in. Exhale it out. And then in the center, come to a march. And breathe in. Big stretch up. Maybe lace your fingers together. Turn your palms up. Exhale down. Do that again. Breathe in. Exhale, reach back. time, we stretch the chest a little bit. And then release the arms. And take just one more breath up. And exhale down. Nice work, everyone. Thank you for joining me for that workout. I hope you have a great remainder of your day. I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.